Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yes, it's an hour late. I had a bit of a sleep in. One of those nights last night where I woke up around the 3 and had to read or do something to go back to sleep, and then I slept in. Some of us have that happen, don't we? And it seems to be that witching hour. I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So let's go across to the cards. It is Sunday. It's a beautiful day outside, as you would have seen. Gorgeous sunshine, and it feels like it's going to be nice and warm. So let's go to the cards. Oopsie, I didn't put them in a small yet. Here we go. Or check out alignment. That's okay. We're using the mystical Lenormand this morning, and that's one that's, I will hold this one up for you in case you want the deck. It's Regula Elizabeth Fischer, I don't know how to pronounce that. That's focused, wow. And the artist is Urban Trosh. So there you go. That's the cover of this deck in particular. And this is the back. That's the back of the cards. So what we've got is the birds in the home space. We have the, do you know what? I don't know what that one is. Card 26, it's the book. See the book being heroed there. So the book is in the overall theme space. Gosh, I have to think. I'm not quite properly awake yet. And this is the cross card, card 36. No, it's not. It's 11. It's card that is the whip. Gosh, I didn't guess that. This is a strange mystical deck, remember? Okay, let's go and pull the visual closer, like I can do with it here. And I'm going to get that one out the way, and I might even get the guidebook. I'm not sure what the definitions are that they use in this one. As far as each artist, each creator of decks will interpret slightly differently. So I'll just have a quick look what they intended with the book as a description. And it denotes a secret. As we can see here, it's almost being put on, it is on the pedestal. It's almost being venerated, worshipped or whatever, because it feels to me that's the intention, with the candles on each side and a wise lion. That's actually a ram that's on top of there. It's pretty hard to tell from the look of the how it shows on this camera, but have a look. We've got on the pedestals the pillars that are each side of this beautiful what is that called? I know in the churches there's a space that's called something special with these vestry, like a vestry, isn't it? The pillars on each side, there is owls, and that looks very intriguing, doesn't it? Very intriguing. I like the stylized look of those. They look a bit grumpy, but very wise. Anyway, the book in this one is saying it denotes a secret in the guidebook here, something that's not yet definite, as it's still hidden somewhere. So it's actually in this space that's not in the open public. So there we go. We haven't got this secret revealed yet. If there were two particular cards next to it, which would be either the sun or the key, things might, like the secret, might be revealed. So what it's also indicating is that it can indicate a contract or a large amount of acquired knowledge. Well, books do hold that. Now, it might even just be a plain old fiction book to pick up and read on a sunny Sunday. So really relax and enjoy. Don't give yourself a hard time if you're going to be spending time, investing your time in reading something enjoyable and frivolous and fictional and whatever you decide to pick up as a book. But it is the theme for the day today. Right, now we go to the birds and have a look. They're the owls. I think that is so funny. I love owls. You do know that. Here, I'm trying to point there. I've made that one, and there's some other little owl things scattered about my office. So these birds, the owls, they stand for nervousness or a mad rush and sorrows. Why, I have no idea. See why it pays to read how people are actually intending the meanings for these um, cards. This I've never seen in any other deck yet, as far as sorrow, nervousness, and a rush. Or, moreover, it indicates telephone calls. Oh, there you go. The 2 hours can also symbolise two elderly women. So, you know, we've got three different, completely different styles of meaning for these hours, and yet for me, birds are about communication. They are, the freedom of voice and flight and all that we can see and hear as to how birds behave in Mother Nature. We've got these two beautiful owls, aren't they gorgeous? Whatever they symbolise for you, um, take up that meaning. And good morning, Kim. Lovely to have you here. I knew that being on a Sunday and this late, it probably would be Buckley's of having anyone joining me in some sense, because I've been so long-winded in getting here for this morning. But it's perfect timing. Everything is perfect timing. So here's this beautiful pair of owls right next to what is the book. I think it's a lovely indication of, if you're spending your day at home, spend it reading a book. If you're out and about and socialising, as this might indicate being two owls, and the meaning from this book saying it could be two older women, we can be just getting together to share our wisdoms, and in that sense of social aspect in our home space or out and about in our community, which is still home space, isn't it? Because we're not working. It's bringing in that sense of rest today. What we've got, though, in our gruesome looking card in the workspace is the whip, and I think, well, there you go. The whip, in the meaning that's from this little guidebook, the whip brings arguments. So scathing disagreements. If the card lies next to a 10, which is size, there's an increased danger of accidents. Well, we haven't got the size, so it doesn't matter, but increased arguments. It brings to mind, for me, that movie that was the priest self-flagellating, because apparently in some of the previous religions might still be done these days, I don't know, is using a whip to punish oneself. Why, I don't know. What was the movie? Was it the one that was by Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Code? Or was it one that was like The Exorcist or something? I know it brings back that. But this is in the workspace. So the whip, it is for me, when I was a child using a whip for stock cattle, stock whip for cattle, it was just the sound that we'd make with it to help them move along. So if you are at work today, I'm thinking help it move along, or just, it's not really relevant for those who are doing work today. But what sense of work do you think work is? It almost feels like, as hard as I'm trying to feel that is the meaning for this card in the way it's depicted, it's as hard as it is what work's going to be today. So if you're working today, good luck to you. If you're not, thank you. You've got that rest and relaxation with your good book. I think the fact that we've got books as part of the theme today too is reading through some more stuff, more info that you're needing for work as well. So it could be that you're needing to really follow that instruction book and not give yourself such a hard time in the flow of what you're doing in your workspace. Okay, so that really feels like here's two beautiful books, beautiful cards, beautiful messages here as far as sharing time with someone else. In that way we communicate, and how we gain our knowledge and share our knowledge, and then what are we doing with it in our workspace? It's a bit of a weird combination. If only Sandra was here, she'd put a really good bent on this one, I'm sure. Look, in whatever way that means for you, I think it could even be, really suss out what are your beliefs in how you're doing what you're doing in your workspace as well. Are you following the rules or you're not? Are you creating your own rules? Bring in that positive, shift it round so that it's not that sense of why on earth they've got one where the whip's being used on oneself. Don't give yourself a hard time. I think ease up, really bring in that is your help and guidance with that book that's there. as well as maybe you just need to take the day off and go and read a beautiful book in your home space, and with friends. Share stuff with your friends. Interesting, isn't it? So I've got to go back to that. There we go. Back to me. Interesting book. Set of cards this morning. Hi, Anne. Lovely to have you here. Did that show up? Oh, I've got a thing in the way. I'm just going to do that. Did it? Yes, it did. It has now. My finger button is not doing the right thing this morning either. I need to go and have a rest. I'll go and write a book instead of read a book, but maybe I should be reading a book so that I'm relaxing too, not having to write or not feeling I'm having to. I don't actually feel like I'm having to with my writing yet. I'm still really enjoying it and loving the process. And good morning, Fiona. Just popped in as I'm about to go. So thank you for being here. You might need to watch the start again. It's a very interesting spread. So for you, Fiona, I will just bring that spread back up to the screen. Oh, where is it? Did it come up? No, I'm on the wrong page there. So it's card number 12, number 26 and number 11 for you, Fiona, just for that numerology. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13. I think it's a 4, but I'm sure Fiona will really clarify that one in your replay. Thank you, thank you. And there we go. I will finish on that now and go back to me and say, keep being the best you that you can be, and namaste.